volleyball sand pit. Pretty important deal right there. So many weeds out here. I don't even want to show you what to show you. This thing has got a bunch of nut blades in there. Just turn it, takes it right off. You guys smell the hockey pucks when we cross the border though? Just sitting in the sprayer, looking at my crops.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior, Jesus Christ.
You guys smell the hockey pucks when we cross the border though?
Ryan and Justin Bieber on the playlist for the rest of the trip.
Well, we're going to the Hunter Brothers concert. You gotta like cram for the test tonight.
Yeah, we've been doing that for about the last month.
It's true.
Girls, are you dressed appropriately?
Yeah. What does that mean?
It's only 30 degrees.
Oh, what? Oh, metric system. Gets me every time.
We're not really ripping on Canada. I mean, like, we really couldn't farm without all the equipment they build. Just gotta poke fun a little bit.
I love my Canadian friends.
Yo. Feel less freedom up here?
Yeah, it's tense.
I see there's like a, what do you see what the sign said back there? It said something about the peace treaty thing, and like, well, it's broke. The corner's broke half of it. We got back from the concert last night and it was a great time. Had fun with our friends up there. And if you haven't got to see the Hunter Brothers, know who they are, go check them out on Spotify or wherever you get music. But they're actually 5 brothers from Sonne, Saskatchewan, and 4 of them farm. One of them does the music stuff on the side, or does the music stuff for them, the writing and all that. Really cool family. Got to get to know them because of Derek from Phiber, our Hunter Brothers Edition Dash trailer. That's them. Really cool. Go check out their music. Pretty cool concert too. They did a really good job of putting stuff together. A bunch of their backstory and stuff like that, them growing up together. So this was the first stop on their tour, and I think they're going through July, so some point in July. But yeah, go check them out. Really cool. Got a little bit of that farmer flair in some of their music, so pretty cool stuff. My chariot for the day. Probably fix that first step to doozy. All right, got the payloader loaded up on the drop deck. We gotta take it down to Bible camp. They got some projects they want to work on down there. So volleyball sand pit. Pretty important deal right there. Pretty excited to get that done. So figured skid steers might take us all day to dig that out, foot deep. So why not just take the payloader down? Here. Making pretty good progress. I think we're about ready to dump the first belly dump of gravel or sand in there. Not gravel. Sand volleyball, not gravel volleyball. There we go. Done project. Ended up bringing 3 loads of sand in with belly dumps. I ended up taking our truck running up and getting our belly dump and bringing the load down too, just help catch up on it, get it done quicker all in one day. Came down with Tim's truck, took the payloader back home on to the next project. Ready to go. Well, back to the field. Done with the running around with doing that project down at camp. Dad did a bunch of spraying, got the mustard done in the meantime, and he is now spraying Durham, like all the weed bunches around here. This is the field, one of the fields I was seeing with that spider drill, the Bergot drill over there. This was just full of Russian thistle. As you can see, you got lots of little Russian thistles growing all over. Kind of show you guys the stand out here. I mean, it's kind of jaded because of this stuff, kind of a mess. Wind blew, it was dry, so dirt blew. It just made a mess. I don't know what we're gonna do with it now because we have a lot of these like weed piles that have dirt in them. We'll probably have to go back to our hoe drill in here to try and pull some of these around and level some of it off. It's gonna be rough for a while again, but fun of drought. I didn't want to burn it because then we'd have the whole field burning and blowing and a mess. Yeah, that's what we got going on. Kind of show you guys so many weeds out here. I don't even want to show you what to show you. But you can see the Durham plants. You know, you got a little bit of a spread. They're not just in a fine line like maybe a disc that was on edge. You know, the K-Heart disc is at an angle, undercuts, and so it lifts this dirt and then it drops it back down. It doesn't like pack the dirt like the Bergot does. Does a nice job of seeding. If you look at the satellite imagery on Climate, this stuff was denser quicker than the Bergot was. They say it's because there's no sidewall compaction, because those discs aren't pushing sideways and packing the dirt, so the roots can get growing into loose dirt quicker in the K-Heart. But come look over here, kind of a more of a little bit of a straighter row, like lined up seed. So then you got your seed kind of stacked more on the fertilizer. It's not spread out so much. Maybe that makes a difference. Both have a really nice stand, but just kind of show you guys what's going on here with this K-Heart versus Bergot disc drill thing. It's just kind of hard to tell what's what with all these weeds out here. Like there's a few less weeds on this side of the road than that side right here, but we'll do some more checking as we go. So I'm running the dash. Dad's running around spraying. That's what's going on right now. All right, fire up here. Water on. Well, that's pumping a little water first. We're gonna mix up. This is a dry, flowable chemical, so we're gonna hit our agitation. Get that mixed up really good and back in suspension. So we're running pretty slow right now, not pushing too hard. The dash is designed to fill a sprayer in like 4 to 5 minutes, so once everything's loaded up down there, usually you can run that pump wide open, but we're not right now. So look at how basically these thistles acted like snowdrifts, and you can just see them kind of scattered all over. They rolled up, they kind of rope up together once they start getting grouped together and from the wind. Yeah. Just a mess. Little backstory on this, why there's a thistle problem. This was peas, which are hard to control thistle in the first place. And we combined it, left, and then came back and looked. You know, after we finished the rest of harvest, peas come off pretty early. We had some rain, and the thistle just took off, kind of came out of nowhere. Made a mess. Got it sprayed, got it stopped. I mean, it could have been a whole lot worse if we hadn't caught it when we did, but it could have been a whole lot better if we would have caught it right away. But yeah, that's just kind of a mess. There was a few guys in the area that did have some thistles too. I think they burned them, and that probably would have been a good idea, but this lighter soil over here, I don't know, I just did not want that. We had enough blowing dirt problems the way it is, so kind of glad we didn't. We're gonna have to deal with this for a while. We probably could have done it differently. What we should have done is after we seeded, come and burn a bunch of the piles, and then it would have been a whole lot better before the dirt blew into them, but oh well. If there's one thing we would have done different this year, we probably would have come and burned all those piles. We'll just leave it at that. You can just see how hard this dirt looks, and it's not really that hard, it's just so windswept. You can see how where there's a little more crop standing, it's a little softer looking, and at least it is to my eye. But here, man, and that's why some of the stuff is thinner and shorter. Kind of got set back from all that wind blowing. But it looks really good now. Like by far our best looking crop is this over here. It's caught a few more showers than we have at home and further west. So I'm really thankful for the crop we got here. Let's just stop these weeds and hopefully we'll get rid of this mess. All right, so one of the big things about the dash is having everything preloaded. We've got shuttles up top there that gravitate into our cones, and then we can mix up anything in any of these cones. 4 different options. They're all 75 gallons each. We're gonna put our addition tank mix in here. That's Express and Harmony. It's really good in the buckwheat, lots of other weeds. And we're putting in a Bronate style, or Bronate class of chemical into this other cone. So we'll have this all loaded up. Then I can go off and do something else. Dad can pull up by himself, fill a sprayer, and away he goes real quick. So if he's ready to go, I'm gonna turn on my agitation. Start filling water. Got one of these easy cuts from Phiber. You can get those right off their website, Phiber.com. This thing has got a bunch of nut blades in there. Turn it, takes it right off. Super handy. These things don't go flying everywhere, whatever, so. Load that up. Get a little rinse. And then we don't need a full one of these, or 2 full ones, so I'm gonna take out our 13 ounces. Man, that thing's handy. This is the first time we've been using it because we're just starting to use some jugs. Set that aside. This goes in. We kind of configured this trailer wrong because this shuttle has a jug cutter in it, not a jug rinser, so we could be rinsing another one just to rinse these out, but this works for that too. And then this we're gonna save in here. I guess I could turn this on and start filling. Real mock. I'll dump this in. Yeah. As soon as we get our 31 gallons in there, we're done. I'm spraying, and I'm pretty impressed. I like the looks of this durum crop. It's definitely going to need some more rain. Hopefully all the weeds are gone. A few things about the sprayer. 800 Titan tire LSWs. They are super nice on the sprayer. Lots of flotation. Man, they ride awesome. They are by far better than our 650s. Plus, when we went to the bigger tank, or when I cut this tank, added 400 gallons of capacity to it, made it into a 1650 instead of a 1250. We needed the tire size to support that weight. So the one problem is we do hit if we slide in on the boom support, and I just haven't got to it yet. I do want to cut that, bevel it back, make it work. Hold on, washout coming. This drill does do a good job of seeing through the bottom of those. I am impressed there. Yeah, besides that rubbing, they are great, and we did have to make our fenders fit better. But the reason why we run these big tires too, wide ones, the wider the better. Some people think we should be running really narrow ones, like the pizza cutter ones. All those do is just completely crush the crop in the center or in that tire track, and it will not grow a crop. Well, that's the thing, if you have some flotation, that will keep the crop from getting crushed so hard, and then like by the end of the day, most of that crop stood back up. A little less pressure on the plants, especially if it's a little damp, where you're sinking in just a little bit, which, believe it or not, we have had that here a few times, where it's been muddy during spray season. Most years it actually is. We don't leave tracks with these tires. So that's why we need to run the wide ones on the crop. We're not trying to stay between the rows of corn. That's my take on the sprayer tires. Let's see, we got 640 acres of this sprayed and 413 left of this whole block. We won't get it done tonight, but we'll get probably one more load out, which would get us down to probably 300 acres left. That'll be less than that even. Maybe one sprayer load. All washed out and switched over to peas. Took longer than I thought, but we're going now. About 110 acres in. Did about 225 acre loads, so got a good little chunk knocked off of it tonight. That should be right at 1,200 acres for the day. and moving 30 some miles, 40 miles, so not a bad day. I'll take that. These look pretty nice. They're thirsty, but they look good. Morning. Spraying. Just finished up 170 acres of outside rounds, and now we're just starting on the insides. Wind's supposed to pick up a little bit today, and then we will be set for no drift outside of our field boundaries, the killing grass or anybody's wheat next to our peas or chickpeas. So look at the perfect zigzag of sectional control on my look aheads. Real nice. My end rows aren't great, but my sides are perfect. The chickpeas are hard to push down the seed tubes because they're kind of squarish and don't roll real well, so they took a little more time to get to the opener, and I figured that out with my blockage monitor on the air drill. But these peas look really nice. Yeah, we're just praying for a rain. Need to get a rain here quick to kind of keep everything going, but so far it's looking really good. See what I mean? Look aheads are a little shy to start with. They were fine last year. Then we did that software update and they re-entered them as they were taken out, but maybe they were off just a little bit. I don't know. There is a new feature on there that you can adjust your look ahead just by raising it up and down, and maybe there's something to do with that it was off a little bit. So now we know. We're gonna just do a look ahead test every spring now with hole drills. Make sure they're spot on before we start the year. Water hole. Hard to believe I couldn't see it all in the field this spring because there's water sitting in spots yet from snow melt. See, there we go. There's the sections turning on a little bit too late. About 1 second would have fixed that. Well, after a, I don't know, 4 or 5 hour wind delay, we're going again. I don't know what it was gusting to, but it was getting after it there for a while. So I had to shut down before it got real bad and broke the road grader. Well, blew a hydraulic hose. Working around the building with it, blew a hose. So gotta get that fixed, but broken time. The wind started dropping down, we filled back up, and here we are. Just sitting in the sprayer, looking at my crops. Well, we are past the almost 1550 mark. Cruising along pretty good. Oop, we're even going full throttle, full hydrostat lever. Should be pushing around 300 acres an hour. Nice smooth fields. Wind's basically flat now, so we don't have to worry about any drift one way or the other. Gonna have to go slower or whatever, going against the wind. So yeah, just cruising right along. I can't stay awake anymore. 1,870 acres though. We have just over 1 batch left of the chickpeas, and then like a batch and a half of yellow peas. Some lighter seed stuff. Oh, I know someone's going to ask about the blue lights. Those are blue LEDs, and well, they're blue lensed LEDs probably, and they work for showing the spray at night from the cab. They work a lot better when you're spraying like green wheat compared to the chickpeas that aren't as thick yet. You can see them really good then, but yeah, that's just kind of a visual. Make sure everything's spraying from the cab best you can tell anyways. All right, let's go park this and head home.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, farm hard, pray harder. See you next video.